Start streaming on the YouTubes. Yeah. Oh, you want to go live? Yeah, we do. What's up, everybody? How's that everybody do, huh? My camera source is heavily obstructed. I don't think it is. I do not agree. I do not agree with you. What's up, what's up, what's up? Hey, hey, hey. It's good to see everybody there. It's good to see everybody there. Bye. Hi, everybody. What's up, Ellen?
The DMV website is still full.
Hope everybody is having a fantastic week/day so far. What's up, Elise, Yoko, Prep Girl, Ellen, Chelsea, Helen, Brooke, Michelle, Heather, good to see you, Crystal Mays, Tanya Downs, hello, hello, hello. What's up, TikTok side? Ellen doing double duty here. Yeah, doing double duty here. What's your favorite fictional Halloween character? I gotta go with Jack Skellington. I mean, he's kind of like Halloween and Christmas, right? But I'm going Jack Skellington. What do y'all think? What's up? It's good to see you. Hey, Fang, Taraya, Overkill. What's up? It's good to see you. Hey, Amber, good to see you. Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkin. Anna Brecker, that's, Brittany, won't let you resubscribe? That's odd. Yeah, it does get glitchy. You know what? First line of defense, make sure your app is updated. They push a lot of updates, and if you don't have the auto updates turned on, it will break functionality for whatever reason. It's bonkers. Faint as Jason. Scream guy. Ghostface. Elise just left a meeting earlier and said, sorry, I have previous commitments I need to attend. You know, to get started here, pumpkins. We are going for pumpkins to get Candy Thunder up here. Let me make sure I've got that. Oh, here. Now it's pinned. PNG again. Prep Girl. Dante from Coco. Oh, cool. Cool. Coco's a good movie. Also, member for 12 months. And the Gosh Heck and Thunder crew. Holy cow. Bethany, you put a reminder on your phone? Heck yeah, there you go. Michael Myers. They filmed some. A few. I was telling Candy Thunder the story behind the mask for Michael Myers. Oh, it's a William Shatner mask because that's all they could afford to get. They couldn't get like a custom mask made. It's William Shatner. What's up, Taylor? Hi-yo, Casper. There you go. Scream has always been your favorite. You just realized it, LOL. Great anti-geeky. There you go. Fane, you missed Sunday, fell asleep. Sleep is important. Sleep is important. YouTube side, glitchy for anybody else other than Yoko? Normally stabilizes after a minute. What's up, Max? Hey-yo. Freddie and Jason. Winifred Sanderson. Sinister. Love that movie. We're watching the movie From. Watching the series From right now. Just started it. Caden Thunder's been working on this for a while to watch this show. Finally got started. And it's pretty good so far. It is pretty creepy. Pretty scary. What's up, Nikita? Yes, Caden Thunder finally convinced us. Sabrina the Teenage Witch. Oh my gosh. It was glitchy here, but restart helps. Willow Wiccan. Thank you. Chelsea, it was glitchy for you too, but you exited and jumped back in. Tony and Rudolph from The Little Vampire. I don't think I've seen the Little Vampire. Musty Blunder. That's right. What's up, Snorts? All the Conjuring movies are top tier. We don't get into a lot of scary stuff. Tony Sparks says all three of the Sanderson sisters. But which one specifically out of them? I know. It's like a trio. You can't take one independently. Yeah, Winifred. Most dramatic and funny. Brittany surpassing 420 with the pumpkins now and still going. Hey, Scary 007, Max A452, and East Moon, Max with throwing more gifts down there. Thanks so much for the love. Kitty Cat Queen, SOS Flint, Minions Din. Thank you. Diana. Brittany dropped the 5 hundo pumpkins. Thanks so much. Emily, come. It's not like a trio. It's literally a trio. Joyful Stranger. Yes, you are correct. Don't Look Under the Bed. Wait, is that a movie? Art the Clown? No. I got an issue with clowns anyway. Art the Clown is just like, took it to a whole level. Akasha, you love vampires, hence the name. You remember when, oh my gosh. What is the movie that Akasha is from? Came out year like 99, 2000-ish. Snort, you're getting your beard in tomorrow? Heck yeah. Candy Thunder and I made a trip to Spirit Halloween and picked up a couple things today. It's very good. Very good, yes. Well, what was the vampire movie? Queen of the Damned. Yes, Queen of the Damned. Yes. Yes. That was such a cool movie. I haven't watched it forever. You've never seen Queen of the Damned? It's probably cheesy as hell now. But it was Queen of the Danged. There you go. Ghost Wars felt almost the same concepts. Doodle's Dragon, interesting. It's From. We're super confused watching From right now. We have no idea what's going on. And apparently, Caden, who's in season 3, still has no idea what's going on. So, not so much on the providing answer side of things, just getting more and more confused. The movie is all wrong compared to the book, Queen of the Damned. Oh yeah, because they pop culture modernized it. Aaliyah, yeah, yep. Well, what a great movie. Jenny, can I say how much I love this AITA stuff with you? I bought a water-resistant Bluetooth speaker so I could listen while in the shower. That is fantastic. Heck yes. Bailey Chapman dropping the 450 pumpkins. Heck yes. Thank you so much. Adventures with Pam, Shauna HP, Hamilton Shepherd, Nick Boss Lade, Raya, Shauna HP again, Diana. Thanks so much for the love. Let's get started, shall we? Let's get started. I don't know about you guys, but I've noticed in myself today, I have anxiety. That's no secret to anybody. But today, it's a different kind of anxiety. I told the boys a little bit ago. It's like an angry anxiety. It's the kind of anxiety that it's like the yelling kind. I don't know. It just feels fights with your spouse. The kind that starts. Yeah, I haven't started any fights today, have I? But I'm recognizing that it's here, and maybe that's why. Maybe it's like I'm recognizing that it's here. So it's just I'm like, ugh, ugh. So here, my method of dealing with this today is just going to be to be as goofy as hell. I'm going to overact. I'm going to channel this. I'm going to channel this angsty energy into just overacting and being ridiculous today. Aries full moon energy still great. That's great. That's where I'm at. Yeah, angry anxiety. Yoko, I'm testing that. Testing it as of right at the time that I started the stream. I induced that test. So we'll see what happens. Anna Bracker, yes, there is potential for an extra spicy reaction. Maybe over the top, maybe just completely nonsensical, but we'll see what happens. Also, the alarm that you heard going off a minute ago was Candy Thunder's Diet Coke is ready alarm going off. So yeah, we'll take the alarm rather than a kaboom, which means it's past ready. That's a well done Diet Coke right there. One that explodes, right? Kaboom.
Nobody likes well done.
Well done ain't so well done. Okay, just an angsty teen. That's where I'm at. I'm going to be an angsty teen today. All righty, ladies and gents. Coming up, we have stories about movie theater snack etiquette. Crinkly packages, right? Why do they even make crinkly packaged snacks and sell them in movie theaters anymore? Invent like a silent package. Go forth, invent. Road trips gone wrong, meddling in relationships, leaving parties early, vacationing without all your children, messy breakups, suspicious spouses, and of course, spicy stories, a cake story, and a best reverted or update story. Hey, yo, let's rock and roll. First goal is 4K bolts to get Candy Thunder up here. It's not bolts, though, it's pumpkins. That's on the TikTok side, and a $35 super goal on the YouTube side for a shirt change. I have a few lined up for us here. Tony Spark is always on top of the dock, making sure it's it's 100% accurate. You all have still been crushing the shares goal, so we've upped it again. It's 12 hundo shares this time on the TikTok side. We do have the progress meter up there. We have the goal of 750,000 likes today. We're not going up to 1 million, but that's still a lot. That's a lot for all you tippity tappers out there. And no, we see you. And we love the hell out of you for the sacrifices you make with your finger joints every stream. Just like tapping the hell out of the screen. We love you so much for doing it. Thank you so much. If you find yourself at any point, though, not able to like enjoy the stream because you're working, then stop. Right? I don't want you to sacrifice your enjoyment of the stream for like our benefit of sharing and liking and stuff. So just a note. We will have gift goals on the TikTok side and YouTube side like we've been doing lately. They will be separate. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Remember, next Wednesday is going to be this. It's the Halloween live scream. And we have a few costumes lined up. A few. 2 like full-blown costumes and one masky kind of stuff. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. That's pretty much all I can say. Make sure you're subscribed on the YouTube side to stay up to date on all the latest content. Plus, that's where podcasts and compilations and all kinds of stuff go as well. And you can listen to those on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere audio podcasts are posted there as well. And we do have member-exclusive stuff that you can access on the YouTube side as well as a member of the Thunder Crew over there. We will also be doing this today in VIP. So if you've been thinking about joining the fam and the app will let you, sometimes it doesn't do that. Today's a great day to join. We are doing VIP. After this stream, we'll go private for members on the YouTube side and TikTok side afterwards for 30-ish minutes. Reminder today, keep chat positive and respectful. Everybody is, of course, allowed to share their own opinion in a respectful way. If you're here to start shit, we'll be able to tell pretty quick, and mods will mute you. If you try to spoil a story, mods will mute you. If you get into any kind of political debate, mods will mute you. So just don't, right? Just don't. We are going to be playing the story game again today. We are going to do a 1-minute poll after reading the title of each story, at least if it's, an AITA or question asking story. We'll have 1 minute to guess how big of an astronaut we think OP is, and then we'll see how close we are. CMDR Squishface, you always forget about VIP? Why not? Why? Are you trying to break my heart, child? Got some Disney wish there. I'm a toddler, Dad. What are you going to do? All right, get out your brooms. Snort, you need better hair. Wait. For your Dusty costume? I got to see this, too. Like, if people are dressing up as Dusty Thunder for Halloween, like, Pixar didn't happen, right? Pixar didn't happen. 3K, 4K on the pumpkin goal right now. You guys are really close to getting Candy Thunder up here. Your ADHD brain goes brr. Yes, Jenny. Yeah, it's going to be over the top goofy. That's where I'm at today. All right, we're going to dive into our very first story of the day. If y'all are ready. Are you ready, team? The enthusiasm is just like bubbling over. I was excited. Yes. Yes. Let's go. Yeah. You were a cheerleader. Let's hear it.
Let's go. LETSTO. Let's go.
By the way, on our drive-in, we thought of your crossover name, Tony. Candy Thunder will have to fill you in on that. Hey, before we dive into this, Emmy Castro, Pug Mom, Taylor Devon. Who else we got here? Smith, Any25, Becca. Just resubscribed. Heck yes. In the Gosh Heckett fam, Jessica Hunt, Karen Shaper Cutter, Brittany Smith, Any25, Katie Steinbrenner, Janice 2014. Thank you all so much for the love. Dark Angel, see you there as well. Thank you. Hey there, it's Dusty with another Reddit story for you. This one comes from AITA and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Requesting My Wife Not Bring Candy into the Movie Theater? All right, let's play the game here. That's a pretty simple question. We can get a poll started here. Let's go. 1 minute, TikTok side, YouTube side. Please vote via comment. Am I the astronaut for requesting my wife not bring candy into the movie theater? I'll never not bring candy into the movie theater. Because I don't plan on seeing any movies without you. In case you're new here, or new to the Ascon scale, this is what it is. So 4 is the least amount of astronaut. 1 is the worst astronaut, although there are serious talks, and I think we can probably just assume it's going to happen now. We're adding a black hole level after Ascon 1, so that's like the worst of the worst of the worst. We have yet to update this scale, but it does exist. So 4 is you could have done it differently. 3 is you should have done it differently. 2 is you definitely should not have done that. And 1 is you're a terrible human. You're the worst. You're the worst. So voting, 1 second left. It looks like NTA is going to take it, but this one was pretty evenly split. We've got a lot of varying opinions here. I'm going to say NTA because I'm making an assumption here, and that's always a risk. But my assumption here is that wifey, when she brings candy into the movie theater, is one of those that does like the crinkly, like very loud with no kind of consideration for other people. That's where I'm going with it. Yeah, that's right, Amanda. ESH, it could be an ESH here as well. And yeah, everybody sucks here. Let's dive in. Question again was, am I the astronaut for requesting my wife not bring candy into the movie theater? I guess I better get back to the right screen here. I asked my wife... Boop. Okay, hold on. I asked my wife to leave a half bag of licorice at home and not bring it into the movie theater. I was told I was being controlling for requesting her to follow my beliefs. Your beliefs? Given I am a rule follower and it makes me uncomfortable to break the rules sometimes, and my wife considers these more of suggestions. Even though it would not be my first choice, in most cases I would not speak up. But this was a bit different. First, this is a small single-screen movie theater that has a lot of sentimental importance to me. I've been going there since I was a kid. They keep things really, really cheap comparative to the large chains, like $6 tickets, $4 popcorn, etc. So I really like to support this place. Second, this was a free event where they were showing a sporting event, so they were only making money through concessions. Granted, it was a stressful night. We had my in-laws staying with us for 2 weeks and our kids were being a bit extra, and we were running late, so there were other stressors involved, but it turned into a big thing about the stupid licorice. So, am I the astronaut for holding my ground and requesting that we follow the rules and only buy snacks from the concessions? Okay. This is a different kind of conversation now. Beliefs. However, I think, speaking of anxiety, we've got somebody who has anxiety about following the rules here. And when they're with somebody who intentionally does not, it makes them uncomfortable. Now, if you know that your partner gets uncomfortable when you do certain things, would you not try to not do those things and not make them uncomfortable? Luckily, I've got my partner here. You guys just unlocked her with the gift goal, so we're going to give some thanks for that, and then we'll get her up here to give some feedback on this with me, which is always the most amount of fun. I can at least see the top 12 here. I think they still have that system busted where I can't see beyond that, but let me give you the top 12 shout-outs here. Brittany in the number 1 spot. Smith, Innie25, Bailey Chapman, Violet Green, Katie Bug, Anise Moon, Jilly55, Janice C 2014, Tori Spark, Sherry Sosa, Carabites, Pug, Mommy. Oh, you have all of them here. Sherry Sosa, Carabites, Pug, Mommy, Smiles, 420, Dylan Sprague, Mama Says So, Tinkerbells, Mama Jen, Adventures with Pam, Tammy Lee, Mama B101, Amanda Flo, Julie Jules, Heather's New Lungs, M. Pickerel, Sarah Elizabeth, Bad Wolf, Kayla C, Nick Boss Lade, United States of America, Thornatas, Libby Ray, Ali Lawana, Real Broad Zuba, Fallen Devil, Ms. D, Wendy Taylor, Christian Museum Girl, Wolfie, Piper Netta, Natasha Heron, Susan McMurty, Minions Den, Ms. Phoenix Bricks, Lizzie Lex, and Tail Wags. Thank you all so much for the love. Let me get the next one set up real quick, and then we'll get Candy Thunder up here to give some feedback. The next one is going to unlock a Tony Spark appearance and a cake story. Holy cow. Holy cow. We're going like big band vibe here. I don't know. I was in a big band mood. Tony Spark, Tony, and cake. There we go.
Not Tony Cake.
Not Tony Cake. Yeah. Beefcake Tony. All right, ladies and gents, here she is. To help give some feedback on this story, we have the one and only, the wonderful, the majestic, the beautiful, the intelligent, the smart, and funny as hell, Candy Thunder.
That was a lot.
She squeezed my arm. She's like, shut up. Shut up.
What am I supposed to touch if it's not out?
Well, so when I have the keyboard pulled out, you feel like it's in your bubble. So I'm trying to increase the space so that you feel comfortable to get closer.
I'm an expert on candy, so.
Me too.
So I think that when we go to the movie theater, we would my reaction was delayed on that. When we go to the movie theater, we always buy popcorn and drinks. Like that's a given. If we're gonna go, we're gonna commit and spend the full $100 to go. But
that's what happens when you have 27 children.
I know. When it comes to candy, I don't know. Like it's like if we have it at home, we'll probably just bring it. But if we're going there and we see something, the kids love the cookie dough bites, then we'll just get it from there. But I feel like, I don't know, we don't bring crinkly packages, so I would like dump it into a sandwich bag if we had it at home. But we're always going to like our local theater. It's not a big chain, and we support, I guess, by buying the popcorn and the drinks, and then if we have candy, we'll bring it. But I don't really feel like it's a big deal. I feel like this is like one of those marriage spats where it's like, at the end of the day, is it really a big deal? Because like this is like a pick your battles moment. Like your wife wants to bring it and you don't want to bring it. So if you don't want to bring it, then just buy some there.
But it is for me, this is a bigger issue because it is something he's clearly got anxiety about rule following, right? So where that comes from, we don't know. But he gets really bent out of shape when people don't follow the rules. Like he's going to sit there and not be able to enjoy the movie because he's going to be looking over his shoulder the entire time for the freaking snack police, right?
Okay, but
for the ushers to come down with flashlights and be like, "You, is that licorice from here?" And he's going to be like, "No, it's not." And the wife is going to be like, "I brought it from home. Fuck off." And he's going to be like, "It's her fault."
Okay, but hear me out. I'm all about rule following, but why in the hell are we charging 4 times the amount that they charge at a store for the same fucking candy?
But they aren't here.
But why?
In general, a movie theater, yeah.
Like when you go to a movie theater, the candy, it's all absurd. Except for the ticket prices at our local theater. The amount for the popcorn and a drink is absurd. The amount for the candy is absurd. And so trying to go and like, I don't know, I guess it's probably just dependent on how you were raised, which is why I say, and I don't think anyone is a bad person if they fucking bring candy into a movie theater. Like I just don't. But like it was a treat when we were younger, when we got to go and we couldn't always afford candy. So it's like we could get the popcorn, but sometimes we would just bring candy. And I don't think that makes people like shitty for bringing it in. I feel like I still think it's, in my opinion, an ESH because it's not worth fighting over. It's not something that you should fight over. If you're that much of a rule follower and you know your wife, like, why is his opinion on this more than, like, why does it weigh more than hers?
Because his creates discomfort.
But maybe hers does too. Maybe she feels like
following the rules makes her uncomfortable.
Maybe overpriced candy and shit like that makes her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just saying, why does he get to be comfortable and she doesn't, and why should she be uncomfortable and he shouldn't? Like why can't they just agree to disagree and move the fuck on with their lives instead of like dying on this hill? Yeah.
Well, and my whole deal is that if he does have anxiety about following the rules, and if she is fully aware of this and she knows that her bringing candy is going to stress him out and he's not going to be able to enjoy the movie, which in turn will make her not enjoy the movie,
then he needs therapy.
Agreed.
If this is how you feel, then you need therapy.
But if you've got something that you know is going to make your partner uncomfortable, and it's a minor thing, like what harm would it cause to leave that licorice behind if it's going to make him that uncomfortable? That's my point.
No, and I see it. I see both ways, which is why I'm like, this is an ESH, because I don't think this is a fight. Like, I don't know. I just don't think this is a fight worth having.
I agree that it's an ESH. I think it probably is a fight worth having, but not. I feel like he is lost in the minutia. Not minutia. He's He's got this micro view of this problem, but it's the macro problem, right? It is
Right.
The problem is much larger than just this isolated thing. The problem is that he's got this anxiety about following the rules that prevents him from being able to enjoy normal daily life things. If he worked on that, they wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Right.
So he needs to work on that. She needs to support him in doing that. But in the meantime, if she knows, like if there's something that would make me extremely uncomfortable, you would try to avoid doing that kind of thing.
But I feel like this is a pick your battle moment. And if you can't pick your battle and you have this much anxiety over something that brings your partner joy, because you're taking something from her and and gets his side, then you need to address that, because that's a you problem. And I also know that somebody said like the theaters don't make a lot of money on the ticket, like on the overhead of their ticket costs. And I get that, but I still feel like you would eliminate the issue of people bringing in candy if you just sold it for what it costs outside of the movie theater. Like more people are going to purchase it, right? Or do some kind of discount. You buy popcorn, you get candy for whatever. That's a whole marketing thing. But I don't, it's like when you walk into a stadium and a freaking water bottle is $6. It's like, come on, like, let's stop the bullshit.
Captive audience.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. But I'm like, I understand it. And I understand that people want to go to the theater and they don't want to be nickel and dime to death. But at the same time, it's like, I always make sure to buy something if I want to bring my candy in. I'm going to give them money in some way, shape, or form on top of my ticket. Because let's face it, movie theater popcorn is just so good. Yes. Yummy. It's the best. It's the best.
Hit the button, lady. We're going ESH. And I agree. I agree with what you're saying, too. I completely understand what you're saying. And Great Annie Kiki, he did explain that this is a free event. So the only way that they're making any money, period, is through the concession sales. Okay, so they don't pay for their tickets. But like I've seen other commenters say, he can help become a donor that supports the movie theater. He can. There's lots of things that he can do to balance this out in his mind, so that he's not all bent out of shape about it. I don't think that's going to resolve the issue for him, because it's a rules thing, right? I think he needs to. Is this the story? Yes. So catching up on a couple here. Justina with the $3 super on the YouTube side. Angel dropping the super on the YouTube side says he needs to cover the cost from his fund money. I don't see where it says it was a free movie, but maybe it said $6 for tickets, $4 for popcorn. So they're cheap, is what he's saying. Yes. This was a free event. Okay. Where they were showing a sporting event. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, in that case, she would probably suck more. I mean, if you're going for free, like, I don't know. But it's a repeated issue, it sounds like. And for them, it's just it's a communication thing. But overall, if he's got an ism, and this is an area where he needs to work on controlling his anxiety and not letting it ruin things for him, she could support him in doing that. But ultimately, it is a him problem. Yeah, I understand. Now, here's a question for you. And this popped up into my mind whenever we were talking about that sounds like a him problem. When you're in a marriage, is there such thing as like a him problem and a her problem? Or is it an our problem for everything? No, some things are personal problems. I mean, you don't experience discomfort when I have my period. The hell I don't. Oh, no, you don't. Not the same way. No, that's a me problem. Not the same level. That's a me problem. Like, you don't experience discomfort when I eat Taco Bell. Here's the thing. If he wants to support this, I do. If he wants to support this, then he could just donate money, because they're at this point, like, they would make more off a donation than they would off selling candy. That's true. So that's true. Okay. So just support. We're at ESH. There's no such thing as like a simple issue in a marriage, right? There's no such thing. And he is the way he is for a reason. Something made him the way that he is, but he's got to address that, because it's actively ruining things he should be enjoying. I think it's how we're raised. I think we're raised to, and I mean, we follow rules, but I don't know. Not all of them, I guess. Not all of them. So, rules are just guidelines, made by people from before. Just suggestions. Yeah. I mean, if you follow every rule that's put in front of you, you're just asking to be taken advantage of, because a lot of rules are set up just for people to take advantage of you. So, I mean, question it. But, I mean, if it's something that makes sense, then absolutely. Absolutely. Tony Spark would be eating cake? Oh goodness. Wait. Candy Thunder's got to show you something here.
Speaking of eating, look.
The return of the Tim Tam.
I'm offended though. I'll show you why I'm offended. That they're individually wrapped.
Yeah.
So I can't eat an entire sleeve without evidence of the entire sleeve being.
Just have rockets of shame.
Yeah. So when I ate 3 last night, I was like holding all the wrappers in my hand. I was like, if I make them really small, no one will know. But I'll know.
Also,
If I feel called out by this.
I thought the same damn thing. And I'm like, but when I opened it up,
Sam's
I'm like,
Lady
oh,
Artemis.
this is great portion control. Like you're less likely to grab 3 because they're individually wrapped. But also, it was before this, but probably the past 10 times that Candy Thunder like tries to sneak into the kitchen and grab a treat.
Every time. I'm like, you have like a nose.
I show up, like I come in from the garage or like I come out of the office, like I show up and she's like, damn it, every time.
Right.
I don't do it on purpose. It just happens.
Yeah. Every
just happens.
time. I'm like trying to get a Reese's peanut butter cup out of the fridge, which the white chocolate ones in the fridge. Telling you.
Yeah, but we
So good.
put Take 5s in the fridge.
No.
Not good.
Someone said they're for kids' lunch boxes. These are for me. These are mine. If only they were the double dipped, and then I'd be in like.
I don't even know if Navy Thunder's tried one of these.
She's had 2.
She's had 2? Okay. All right. I was like, I don't know if Mama's willing to share that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Freezer's better? Interesting. Okay. Goal-wise, we're at 1650 of 2500 right now, which will get Tony Spark out here and a cake story. He's not going to be eating cake. Good. We still have some cake in the fridge. They want you to eat cake while being up here talking to people.
I don't think that cake is good.
I'm sure it's fine.
I had it like a week after.
It's been in the fridge.
Right on the edge.
It's been in the fridge. It's fine. Tim Tam. Yeah, okay. Batshit Bogan. I saw this. So on the box, they have the Tim Tam Slam thing. It's like hashtag Tim Tam Slam. I have no idea what a Tim Tam Slam is, but we're going to have to look it up. What? You bite the corners and drink out of it? What? Interesting. What's up, Cake the Rogue? Good to see you. Okay. Yeah, we'll have to do that. Tony Spark could do that. For sure. Okay, we'll dive into our next story here. All right. Ladies and gents, it's Dusty Thunder once again with another Reddit story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for making my friends drive back home during a road trip because I didn't want to stay overnight? This will require more context, but we'll go ahead and start a poll. This is going to be a shot in the dark, ladies and gents. Am I the astronaut for making my friends drive back home during a road trip because I didn't want to stay overnight? That feels like an assholey thing to me. I'm going to go 3. Should have done it differently. Not a could have, a should have. And that's it's always a gamble. But ESH bet something happened. Yeah, probably is an ESH. My cord is all twisted here. Un momento.
Can't hear anything.
Title again is, am I the astronaut for making my friends drive back home during a road trip because I didn't want to stay overnight? Should have been previously communicated, Yoko. Probably, right? Probably. 7 seconds left. Looks like Ascon 3 and Ascon 2 are like neck and neck, but so is Ascon 1 is right there, and ESH is right there too. You heard cortisol? Love you, Tater. Did you leave me? Why for you leave me? Oh. I gotta show him. Toss it here.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Come on. It's a teaser.
Put it on off screen.
It's a teaser. Yeah. Okay.
I think you should say.
Okay. Never mind. I won't show.
We're gonna start the stream with it next week.
Okay. All right. So Ascon 3 took the cake on this one. That's where I'm at too. We'll see. So I was on a road trip with a few friends this past weekend. We were supposed to drive out to the small town, grab some food, check out a couple of spots, and then head back the same day. Simple enough. While we were there, we stumbled across the bar that had a live band playing, and my friends got super into it. They wanted to stick around, grab some drinks, and make a night out of it. Admittedly, I was super into the idea too because it was very much up my alley. The thing is, none of us had planned to stay overnight. We didn't pack anything, and the plan was always to go home after. See, this kind of information would have been important in the title, OP. They started talking about just booking a cheap motel in walking distance and staying the night so we could keep hanging out. I immediately said I was not cool with that because I can't sleep unless I'm in my own pajamas, and I didn't bring them. It's just how I am. And I figured since this was a day trip, it wouldn't be an issue. They tried convincing me to just go with it and stay the night, but I wasn't budging. I said if someone drove me to a store before they closed, I'd be happy to buy some pajamas, but nothing was open nearby. I said someone could stay sober as the DD, but none of them wanted to do that. I don't have a license, so I couldn't be the DD. They even offered to make me chip in for the motel. They even offered to not make me chip in for the motel, which was nice, but I was wearing a nice shirt and jeans, aka clothes I could not sleep in. In the end, since I can't drive, they all had to pack it up and head home with me. The whole ride back was awkward. None of them really said anything, but I could tell that they were pissed. Now I feel like the bad guy for not just going along with the change of plans, but honestly, I just didn't want to be stuck somewhere overnight without my stuff. So, am I the astronaut? Ellen, I would need medication, so I'd have to go home. It was supposed to be a day trip, so NTA. OP sounds annoying, Rhea. I don't know. So the plan from the get-go was for them to just go during the day and then come back. And like I would want my stuff. I'm a little more rigid in my ways, though. We don't know ages of anybody here. We don't have ages of anybody. So it was a friend group, but they don't have like kids or there's nothing like that involved. Maybe I'm just an old curmudgeon. And I'd be like, I need my things. Like I need my pillow. I need my book. Like I need my things. I mean, this was the plan. The plan was to come back. You just stuck to the plan instead of being spontaneous. Now, I think in regards to are you an astronaut for making them come back and going against the pivot that they were voting for, probably to them, I'm sure they would have had more fun if they had stuck around, and now they might be salty about it, but they also have to be a little bit understanding because the plan was always to come back. So even though they're salty with you, I don't think they can fault you too much for it. And, when we look at this, it is I could have done it differently, should have done it differently, definitely shouldn't have done that, or you're a terrible human. Look, they can't even call you an asshole for this. They can't. No pre-communication happened. Nobody was prepared. They were just willing to basically sleep in their clothes or whatever, probably to get drunk enough to where it didn't matter what they were wearing. They were just going to pass out wherever they were anyway. You were the only one not willing to go with the flow and party hardy and just ride it out. Tony Spark, I'm curious, what would you do here? Would you, hold on. Let me get your mic cued in here. I'm curious to hear Tony Spark's thoughts.
This is where you and I are very different people, and like me and OP are very different people, because I am one of the friends who wants to just stay and party, and I don't care. I'll just sleep in the clothes that I have on, wake up in the morning, get up, and you go home and change, shower. And
I've been in that phase of my life
because
before.
To me, like, I don't know, it's more fun. Like if we're having fun and having a good time, and the band is good, the bar's fun. Like why? I mean, we can stay across. It's not a big deal. Yeah. I don't think. But if you had a plan that was always we're going to this little town during the day and then we're coming back that night, and if there were four of you, and if there were one person that was like, I don't want to stay, would you be pissed at that person? I wouldn't be pissed at that person. I mean, I would be a little disappointed. I'd be like, I mean, come on. I mean, I would be the one like, come on, like it'll be fine. Like, let's just, but I would also probably do the solution of like, hey, let's go buy some clothes. Like, you want to go, let's run over here. We'll go get you some stuff. We'll DoorDash you some clothes right now. Whatever. Like, I would be that guy looking for the solution of how do we stay and keep partying instead of like being mad at that person. Right. Be like, I would exhaust all the options before we had to go back.
Well, they said road trip, so I'm guessing it's not some kind of easy, let's just get this person an Uber to get them home and then we can stay kind of thing too. But you know what Moira says? Every party needs a pooper.
Yeah. But see, I'm also the guy that like, even if I'm going somewhere, like if I'm going, maybe not a road trip, but if like I'm going somewhere, I will more often than not bring a bag of everything I need just in case.
Your day bag?
So I'm always ready for whatever is going to happen. Like I'll bring a bag, change of clothes, whatever. Be like, I'll sleep in my truck if that is what happens.
Yeah.
But like,
So you know what? And maybe that's the solution here, OP. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that mic. We get a weird buzz from that mic, even when it's not active. It's weird. Maybe that's the solution here. So the conversation at this point with your friends is like, hey guys, I'm sorry. I'm sorry I was the party pooper. I understand that I was the party pooper, but it would not have been enjoyable for me, and I would have been even more of a party pooper if I did stay. So this was the only way. However, next time I'll make sure that I bring a day bag, and then that way, if we end up pivoting, I'm at least more prepared in there. And then if you guys in turn think that there's the possibility that plans could change or be fluid and can communicate with me, then I can be even more prepared. And there's a much higher likelihood of me saying yes next time. So yes, acknowledge the fact that you were the party pooper here. They can't fault you for it. I mean, they can fault you for it, but they really can't. I mean, it was always the plan to come back, but you're just the party pooper now. And that's okay. You own it. They know it, but I think if you have some kind of solution plan to make sure that you avoid this pickle again, everybody would come out of it happy, right?
Like I would have never even gone on that road trip without a bag.
You would have never gone without a bag?
Because also I know me. I would be the instigator and the one saying, let's
Right, yeah. Tony be the one trying to get everybody to stay down there.
My friends are like, did you bring stuff? Like, are you bringing the bag of stuff? And they're like, well, why? We're coming back. I'm like,
Tony Sparks, the guy disconnecting his battery cables once you get down there. So when you try to get back to the truck to leave, it's like, oh, we're stuck, guys. I guess we're staying the night.
Especially if you're going to a situation like that, or day trip, you just don't know what day he's going to leave.
Yeah, I get it. I go with the flow. Go with the flow. But some people are way too rigid for that to be a possibility. And obviously, like during my total freedom party days, I would have been all for it. It didn't matter. Like, yeah, you stay the night, stay the week, whatever, man, let's go. At this point in my life, it'd be like a hell no. Look, every minute of my life is planned and booked for something way ahead of time. There's no way that I can have that kind of like freedom and flexibility to just do whatever. So, yeah, definitely would not do that now. I'd be the party pooper, 100%. Wasn't always that way, though, and everybody's a little bit different, I guess. We have some gifted subs flying out the door here from Brittany. Heck yes. Jessica Lee Gaston, Miss Vestad, Broken and Beautiful, all new members. Oh, there's more. Much more. All courtesy of Brittany here. Scary 007, Uncaged Horizon, Nikki's Pet Services, Shauna HP, Lexi, Jesse, and Certifiable. All new members courtesy of Brittany. Brittany, thank you so much. And everybody else, welcome to the gosh heckin' fam. Heck yes. Hey, Kiki, Dark Angel, thanks so much for the love. We are at 2150 at 25 hundo on the W coins to get Tony Spark up here. Jesse, Chick Chief US. Is that how? Chick Chief? Sarah Barracuda, Mary, Jessica Lee Gaston, Candy Thunder, dropping some W coins there too. Jarby, Mary. We've got Saha. Yeah, oh, that name is going to be hard for me to say. Hey, Sayonara. Is that how it's spelled? And it just made my brain melt. Sayonara. Bailey Chapman, Nikki's Pet Services, thank y'all so much for the love. Greatly appreciate that. Tony Spark dropping some W coins to get himself up here. Brittany dropping 70. Nikki's Pet Services, Kiki, Broken and Beautiful, dropping 55. Thanks so much for that. Jules, good question. If anybody can jump in and give some tips on how you gift subs, I don't know how to do that on the app. My interface is way different than anybody else's saying. Joyful Stranger, no one talks to you all day. Live comes on, and you've had 4 coworkers bug you since. Look, you make sure you tell them that you're on our time now. Right? You're on Dusty time, okay? Block it out in your calendar. Do what Elise does. Do what Elise does, and
all you have to do is hit that.
and create a meeting block on your calendar.
You hit subscribe, and then it says.
So bottom left on the subscribe, what is it?
Right next to where you comment, where it says.
Okay, so it has like the hand thing. Right next to the comment thing, bottom left, subscribe. Then there's a send subscription to others if you're already a sub. So, yeah. Sorry, I can't. I'm on Dusty time. I hate work. So I think it is still. I think it's still random too. I don't know that you can target it to any specific user. It's just random based on whoever's live right then. Angel says, "I wish I could figure out gifted subs on YouTube." Tony, can you take that assignment? Here. Agreed. Will you task that out, Tony? You could task it to me. But we need to do some research on gifted subs. Jamar guy, you can do specific? Heyo. Sayonara. I did say it right. Sweet.
Oh, now you can. That's new.
Holy crap, you can. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it? Ellen, with a reminder to tap away to show love here. Elise, LOL, yes. You'll probably miss next week and you're so sad. You'll be in Indy. Unacceptable. You better be bringing a doctor's note. Otherwise, that's an unexcused absence. Emily Ray received a gifted sub from Candy Thunder. Emily Ray, this is a very special thing. I don't know if you know like how special this is, but the Candy Thunder just gifted you a sub. That's a big deal. Broken Beautiful, Mary, Anna Hartman, Jennifer, Chick Chief. Thanks so much for the love. I'm guessing Candy Thunder was like trying to figure out the process to gift a sub and then like accidentally did it. I'm just kidding, Tater. It was intentional. Emily Ray. It's legendary. David Meredith, first time you've been able to watch for a couple of weeks. Well, welcome back in. Heck yes. Heck yes. Awesome. Okay. So I still feel like it's an NTA. But it could be done differently next time. So it's like, it's not a should have been done differently. It's not even a could have been done differently because they didn't really have any choice. And from the sounds of it, it's like they treat their stuff like their PJs almost like a medication. Like they can't be comfortable to sleep unless they have this thing. I know it's not medically critical, but to them and to their comfort, it's at the same level. So I'm saying it's not a could have been done differently either. It is a could or should be done differently next time. Nikki, it's your first live on a layover in Vegas. Well, heck yes. Hang out with us instead of playing those slot machines in the airport, and we'll have a good time. We'll have a good time. There you go, Angel. NTA this time, YTA if you let it happen again. That's fair. That's fair. All right, playing some music here. Oh, wait. Look at that. You guys just hit the W coin goal there, too? Would you look at that? In no particular order here, we have Bailey Chapman, Brittany. Maybe it is in particular order. E-Mystic 35, Overkill Mill, Janice C 2014, Cat Lady of 6, AK Mary, Katie Bug, Tony Spark, Hearn 2010, Anise Moon 13, Candy Thunder 1, Backstage Blow Dryers, Julie Jules, Adventures with Pam, Sherry Sosa, Piper Neta, Dylan Sprague, Jilly 55, God's Blessed Wonder Woman, Anna Hartman, Mama Silver, Real Broad Zuba, Queenie E33, Amanda Flo, Yvette B01, Ms. Phoenix Briggs, Anna Hansen, United States of America, Natasha Heron, Mom to GTJ, Chrissy Museum Girl, Luna Elise, Kiki Leon, Tarakis. I've said this before, and I'm sure I've gotten it right, but man, I struggle bust that time. Tuga Star and Certifiable. Thank you all so much for the love. Let me get the next one set up, and then Tony Spark will come up to say hello. We're going to do it after the cake story? Okay, you got to get your cake ready to eat, right? I get it.
We do not have a cake that is good.
We have a cake that is edible. All right, the next one is going to unlock the spicy story and Candy Thunder feedback. Once she gets back. She even had a little trombone jazz solo in there too. I mean, come on. I don't know if you guys enjoy this music as much as I do, but I like it. Spicy story and Candy feedback. We are going for Boo the Ghost. TikTok side, we are on Boo the Ghost. Let me pin that real quick. Drink a Walter, and then we'll dive into the cake story that you all have unlocked. Natty M, have your cake and read it too. I love it. That's right up my alley. Sounds weird to say. Came out wrong. Okay, here we go. Can you see who engages with the shared live? Unsure. Snorts 184 days subbed on this account was 84 on your old account. 87 on your old account. Holy crap. That's a lot of days. That's a lot of days. I don't even remember that many days. All right, here we go. The cake reward story. Ladies and gentlemen, what is this button? Oh, look at this. We have a cake story with an animation. I forgot I made that. I forgot I made it. It's been sitting there for a hot minute. I was like, oh, wait a second. It's not the happy birthday one. That's in a different spot. What is this cake? We have a cake story. Sweet Olivia. Yes, punny as well.
Got so many buttons in there, you know what they all do?
Hey, yeah, there we go. I need more buttons. I need space for more. Title of this cake story is Am I the Astronaut for Calling Out a Coworker Who Uses My Birthday as a Way to Treat Her Kids? Let's do a poll for this. I'm going to bring the scale up here. Poll starts 1 minute. Starting now. Am I the astronaut for calling out a coworker who uses my birthday as a way to treat her kids? YouTube side, please remember to vote with a comment here. I mean, that's pretty shitty. So she just takes it all? So am I the astronaut for calling out a coworker? No. NTA. Katie, the joy on my face for the button was probably comparable to real cake. Legitimately. Yeah. I was like, I'll be damned. I think I made something. I did make something. It was just at least a month ago. At least. Cake the Rogue, noted. Did you call and ask Candy? All right, there we go. Majority went NTA, which means we're probably going to be wrong somehow. Let's find out. I, Sarah, 31 female, work in a relatively small office of about 30. When coworkers, sorry, I'll reread the line. I know me screwing up in the middle of a sentence is probably not the best edit kind of approach. Caden Thunder, I'm sorry. I, Sarah, 31 female, work in a relatively small office of about 30. When coworkers' birthdays roll around, I'm usually the resident baker that makes them what they want or buy them what they want. I am big on making birthdays special. That being said, usually on my birthday, there is this one coworker, we shall call her Minnie the Moocher, 41 female, who for some reason takes it upon herself to be very self-proclaimed handler of my birthdays, and every year she likes to get me a cookie cake. This is her favorite, not mine, but for some reason she has decided it is my favorite. I have tried to tell her directly and indirectly that I do not like cookie cakes, but she laughs it off and says, oh, I get it for you so I can take the leftovers home to my kids. She says this because the cookie cakes are mostly not eaten by all, and I do usually tell her to take it home because I won't. It should be noted that all cakes, etc., are paid for by the company, even if I make it. Last year, she was on vacation during my birthday. Another coworker, we'll call her Linda, bought my cake that year, and she got my favorite, a chantilly cake from Whole Foods. Is it chantilly? Chantilly? Is that right? By the way, Angel dropping the super on the YouTube side says the cookie cake is a lie. It's a lie. It's just a big cookie, right? It's not a cake. Chantilly. Okay. A chantilly cake from Whole Foods. Did I get it? Thank you. Thank you, guys. Saved my butt again. This is the same I bought for her the year before, and she remembered I told her it was my favorite, and she got me the same. Hey, you know what? For this coworker, dropping a green flag, because her just remembering that the year prior on her birthday, you mentioned that cake was your favorite, and then happens to be called off the bench to cover your birthday the next year and is like, bingo. That's consideration right there, ladies and gentlemen. That's huge. This year, my birthday rolled around and Linda was all set to order a chantilly cake. And Minnie got wind of it and told her she would handle it because Sarah likes cookie cakes. Linda is direct and told her pretty firmly that I, in fact, do not like cookie cakes. This upset Minnie, who had her heart set on a cookie cake as before, but Linda was pretty firm. When Linda went to pick up my cake, they told her the cake order had been canceled. Linda was confused as she ordered the cake the week before and did not cancel. Fast forward to the next day. By then, all in the office knew that pretty much thought that, WF messed up. Fast forward to the next day. By then, all in the office knew that pretty much thought that we messed it up.
No work. I think
Wait, what? Work? Thought that the work friend messed up? That many? I don't know. Fast forward to the next day. By then, all in the office knew. They pretty much thought that WF messed up. Whole Foods. Oh my God.
Oh, Whole Foods, duh. Well, we're both really.
Hold on.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Perfect time to solve the puzzle. Perfect time to solve the puzzle, TikTok. Yes, they're like, we interrupt your regularly scheduled bullshit for a test.
Wow.
We
like
failed.
how we both were like,
Yo, we failed hard. We failed hard. I'm gonna read this line again. This is not a words are hard. This is just everything's hard. Fast forward to the next day. By then, all in the office knew. They pretty much thought that Whole Foods messed up.
It makes so much more sense now.
Linda shared what happened with Minnie. Shockingly, Minnie told Linda that she canceled the cake because she felt I was ungrateful, that for years I got a cookie cake and that she knew, and that I knew she took it home to her kids as a treat, and that if her kids couldn't get anything, neither could I. Seriously, she said this and Linda was speechless for about 2 seconds. Minnie, what the fuck? You are so ungrateful for my gifting you a cake that the company paid for that I know you don't like, but I only get because I want to take it home to my kids who do eat it. Bitch. What? I got wind of this and also confronted Minnie, asking her why she did this, and she told me the same, that it was the only time other than her birthday that she can take this treat home to her kids, and she felt I was being a witch and didn't deserve anything. I rarely lose my temper, but on this, I told her that she was an asshole for doing this and using me and my birthday. I just feel bad, but at the same time, this is not my responsibility. Just to note, Minnie is not destitute, just cheap. So, am I the astronaut? By the way, HR is involved now. Oh boy, that doesn't sound like my Minnie. That's very un-Minnie-like, Minnie. Minnie the Moocher. Though, she did 100% take advantage of you and your birthday and even openly admitted it. And was just like, the company's paying for it. Why do you give a shit? It's just your birthday. You're an asshole. You're taking away from my children. That's the way that she utilized this because they have now become dependent on it. And now they know this date every year, Mama comes home with a cookie cake. They don't know why. It's got some lady's name on it that they don't know. But Mama comes home with a cookie cake. This is a terrible person. You, OP, NTA, your friend, green flag. Keep that friend at work close because they are an ally. 100%. Now, Minnie is the worst. It's the worst. And the worst part is, the worst part of being the worst, I said worst? What? Okay, that warrants this. We're in like the third story and we're already rocking out Words Are Hard here. Got some new music for it though. Okay. Annie, hey, I think you're right on that. Guess what? No more cakes and birthday celebrations at work. Thanks, Minnie. Yeah, since HR is involved now, that's where it's headed. If it's a divisive issue, it will go away. Good job, Minnie. Way to go. Way to go. Also, the worst part of her being the worst, which is what I was trying to say earlier and failed gloriously, is that she is teaching her kids this is okay. Seriously, they're seeing a cake come home, a cookie cake, which according to Angel is a lie. The AskCon animation froze the whole stream. Wait, what?
No, I'm not frozen. Mine's good.
Huh. We'll watch out for it on edit. Way to be, Minnie. Yeah, way to be. Way to be. These kids get a cookie cake home every year with some lady's name on it that they don't know. That their mom basically stole. And they're like, yeah, this is what happens this day every year. It's terrible. She might scrape the name off. Yeah. She has a different name on like wax paper ready to go. Just slides it off. Like, look at that. She's this is just because day, children. Oh no, someone took a bite out of it again, just like last year. What is a cookie cake? Jarby says. Oh dear. Does the rest of the world not know about the magic of a cookie cake? And Angel, yes, I said magic. Some of them can be magical, but it's not a cake. I do agree with you there. It's not a cake. It's a giant cookie with a different kind of icing on it. It is not cake. They called it a cake because of the size. Like that's it. But they're not bad. It's a pizza-sized cookie, yes. Or like even bigger. Think of a giant pizza. It's that kind of size. But you can buy like individual slices at the Great American Cookie Company in several malls around here. They're super rich though. I could maybe like one bite and that's it. Elise, chantilly cake is amazing and delicious. So what is it like? What is chantilly cake like? All right, it sounds like it glitched for a lot of people. Is it still frozen for anybody? They sit on a throne of cake lies. Yeah, that's what most people have had to do. Give me real cake or cheesecake. There you go, Stacy. It's a delicate cake. Oh. Angel food cake. Angel food cake is up there close to ooh, that does look good.
It's like that kind of cake.
Huh. Oh yeah, that's we had that at our wedding. Is that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We had chantilly cake at our wedding. We love it. It's the name of the cream used in the cake. Got it. Cool. Very light. I like the really light ones. Our wedding cake was delicious.
Keep the topper. We ate it.
No, yes, the topper didn't make it. We got to it first.
Surprise me. Why is that the most YouTube thing?
Why do you say that, Tony Spark? We're not the most patient people. Like when we get each other birthday gifts. If we can hang on to it for like 48 hours before giving it to the other person, even if it's like 2 weeks before their birthday, it's not surprising. That's just how we are.
Using a mask for next week.
That's true. I was going to use one of the masks that I have for the Halloween live stream earlier. Impulsive.
You did keep Caden's birthday thing a secret, though.
Which one?
Dirt cake is so good. The dirt cake is the best. So number 2, I'd say angel food cake. Yes. Yep. Angel food. So good. So good. Candy Thunder dropping a Boo the Ghost. Quinn and Michelle dropping a whole bunch of them there. Shan loves to read. Elise dropping some as well. Michelle, Sandy, Meg. Thank y'all so much. Becky Houghton, see you there too. Janice 2014. Michelle dropping even more. Scary 007. Michelle. Candy Thunder again. Irish Moon. Tony Spark. Thanks so much for the love. You guys, you know him. You love him.
Thank you for that, Candy Thunder.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Spark!
Doing your bit.
Duck egg pound cake? What is duck egg pound cake? Hello, peeps. What's up? Happy Wednesday. Need a gift for Navy to bring next month. How's everybody doing? Oh my God, what's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Didn't know what a chantilly cake was until I had to Google it. And the one that was on Google looks pretty good. Hello, Diana. Hello, Janice. Hello, Cassie. Duck egg pound cake. Yeah, somebody's going to need to inform us what duck egg pound cake is. Chocolate beetroot cake? You ever had chocolate beetroot cake?
I know, but I've heard of it.
Candy Thunder says she's heard of it. I've been good, fan. How have you been?
Brownies made with beans.
Brownies made with beans? Gonna pass on that. I'm gonna pass on that.
I'm gonna pass on the bean brownies.
Caden Thunder said he'd love some bean brownies, but I'm gonna pass on the bean brownies too.
I did not say that.
Bean brownies sound like a name for the toots that come after me.
Yikes.
Oh, you got the bean brownies again.
Angel with the super says pound cake made with duck eggs.
Huh.
Well, I mean, if
Tres
it's just a
leches?
pound cake, tres leches is fire. Fire. If you've never had a tres leches cake, chef's kiss. That stuff is. No. Put it down. Put it down.
You can try it on VIP.
Oh, okay, deal. She said I could try it on in VIP.
Dude, a tres leches is, I haven't had that
Tres
ever.
leches.
That is so good.
My sister makes a butterscotch and butterbeer cake.
Butterbeer.
Your sister also makes really good pecan.
I'm going to say something that might be bad.
Pecan.
I tried the butterbeer when we were in Universal and I was let down.
I love butterbeer.
Was anybody?
So good.
I was let down.
That was the best thing ever.
No, see, I knew it. I knew it was going to be an unpopular opinion.
It's a test to see if you're a muggle or not.
Well, clearly I am, which is bullshit.
I
Because
see it.
I was,
You got muggle written all over you.
you know, how dare you? No,
Did you hear what happened to Tony Spock at Universal Studios? He got muggled.
I couldn't get into the ride because it was like the platform running 3/4. I couldn't get through. I just ran my card into it.
He still has his
just hit the wall.
They took his dignity.
That's bullshit. Not a muggle. See, Kara was not impressed either. I don't know. It was.
We like the frozen one, right?
Bitterly disappointed. Amy Castro.
And then we went to
Well, regular beer is not gross. Beer is fantastic. Like, hold on here. Let's not. I'm a little. I'm not saying I didn't like butterbeer because beer is gross. Like, that's, if you know anything about me, that is the farthest thing from the truth. Beer is great. But the butterbeer, I don't know. I just was not. It was not. I think it was also like a texture thing. I think it was thicker than I thought it was going to be, and then like the foam, whatever on top, it just was not my thing. Butterbeer, like from Harry Potter. It was at Universal. It was in the Harry Potter world.
Probably didn't help that it has the name beer on it, because then your mind is like classifying it against normal beer.
No, I'm not doing it. I knew it was gonna be different.
I didn't mean that you drank it thinking it was going to be beer. I mean, subconsciously, your mind is
Maybe.
expecting.
I don't know. I think it was
beer
just like
taste.
it was kind of like a texture thing. I don't know. That's bold coming from Busch Light, man. Excuse me. It's the nectar of the gods. It's a universal beer. Busch Light is the universal beer. Nectar of the gods. Busch Light is a universal beer. You know why? Because look, you may be a Bud Light person, you might be a Miller Light person, you might do something. But if you go somewhere and the beer they have is Busch Light, like you're gonna drink it back. Well, okay, I'll drink that, because if they don't have it, it's a universal beer. Everybody likes Busch Light. When's the last time you give me a face like that? When's the last time you had a Busch Light? Actually, you had a Busch Light last year. Like,
Oh, like, that was the last time.
see,
I didn't.
I used to love
Caden did not. Not a Blue Moon guy. Busch Light is hot flavored water. That's true too.
Start.
Ted is a muggle. This is
I am a wizard.
no,
Cassie.
it's bullshit. I have a wand and everything.
Ted is one of those.
I have the wand. I went there. I rode the rides.
Ted is one of those Busch Light muggles.
No, that's not true.
Busch Light.
How dare you?
Bitches.
How dare you?
God! Ladies
Oh.
and gentlemen,
Don't forget, follow at Tony Spark _
Tony Spark.
Thanks.
The Oscars music begins to play as the desk is raising. Also, yeah, apparently I'm using that angry anxiety to act out like a rambunctious toddler during the stream. I tried to put the mask on again. They've hidden it from me. That's why Tony Spark was like, "No, put it down, put it down." She did say that I could put it on during VIP. So hey yo, the correct wand. Who knows? Who knows? Natural Light is the poor man's beer. Belinda. Natty. Sarah. Adventures with Pam. Olivia Marie. Books, Coffee, Tea. Dropping all the ghosts there. Anise Moon. Irish Moon. We have all the moons going on. Overkill Mill dropping a whole bunch of Booth of Ghosts there. We're at 172 at 200. We are close. And as a reminder with that one, we unlock a spicy story and Candy Thunder feedback. In the meantime, I'll drop into our next story. Here we go. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for injecting myself in my best friend's relationship because I think he is being a neglectful husband and father? Wow, that's loaded. Okay. Oops, wrong button. Let me get the poll started here. I will read that title again. It's a mouthful. All right. Am I the astronaut for injecting myself in my best friend's relationship because I think he is being neglectful, because I think he is being a neglectful husband and father? Okay. Keyword or key phrase for me here is best friends relationship. I think if somebody's your true bestie, a true bestie calls you on your bullshit, right? That's my point. A true bestie calls you on your bullshit. And if you were doing what you thought was right for your bestie because you know who they really are, then I'm going NTA on that. Depending on what injecting myself in the relationship means, I mean, that could easily go too far. I'm going to gamble and go NTA on this. The injecting myself into is the one area where calling him on his bullshit is one thing and saying, hey man, we need to have a talk because you're being a real piece of shit. Going to the wife and having discussions there, or yeah, you could go too far really easy. NTA took the cake on the TikTok poll, but you guys are right. It's probably an ESH. Probably. Depends on if it's based on personal observations or just hearsay. Yeah. We'll find out. Here we go. My 31 female best friend, 31 female since college, is married to a guy, 35 male, whose life revolves around their college's college football team and, from my view, getting drunk. They're married with 2 kids, and I get the vibe that he isn't helpful. He spends every Saturday tailgating all day and then going to the game. This is literally a 12-hour day that he is away from his wife and kids. She goes to every game, but it's less than half of the time that he spends. She goes to every game, but it's less than half the time. Okay, gotcha. We were talking, and this last game, and apparently he had friends in town that he hadn't seen in a long time and got very drunk. Apparently he was very loud, drunk, and obnoxious the whole time. He went out that night too and left her to parent both the kids by herself. She's still breastfeeding, so she doesn't really drink right now, and it seemed like she was frustrated with him. I've never really liked him, and I always thought he was not great for her or nice in general. Following social media, this has been something he has been doing for years. I went to the tailgate once, and I found it to be a miserable experience. He was clearly drunk and yelling, fuck this and fuck that. I reached out to him. I sent him a DM on Instagram outlining my issues with him and said he needed to be better. The gist was that he needed to sober up and start planning your life around the kids and not his stupid sports team. He blocked me. That night, my best friend calls me and asks what I'm doing. I told her I'm trying to give him a wake-up call, that he needs to get his shit together or you guys won't last. I said I could tell you were frustrated with him. She said she was frustrated, but one of the friends he was with, he hadn't seen in 5 years at least. She said that he was up until 6:30 a.m. helping with the kids despite being out till 1 a.m. She says my message has caused a big fight and she is mad at me. Says her husband is great with the kids and only drinks on Saturdays with friends. She said she likes going to the football games, which I don't believe, and explained that I was trying to help her out. I told her to wake up. This wasn't a good relationship for her. She called me an asshole. She blocked me on social media. Every time I call, she won't answer and texts back that we have a lot to talk about, but first I owe her husband an apology. I'm not going to do that. Am I the astronaut? Yeah, this is way different than I assumed it was from the title. From the title, it sounded like this was a dude, number one, asking about his male friend that he thought was screwing up. Let me read that title again. You'll see what I mean. Am I the astronaut for injecting myself in my best friend's relationship because I think he is being a neglectful husband and father? This makes it sound like her best friend is the guy. Or OP's best friend is the guy. Yeah, she didn't give a proper explanation in there. It was a misleading title. So I blame our screwing up the poll on OP's lack of a valid title here. But not just the poll. The approach when we talked about you could easily go too far here. It's not even the same starting point because instead of it being your bestie that you're trying to call out on their bullshit, you are speaking on behalf of your bestie to their partner. That's the person you have problems with, but your bestie hasn't even vented about any of these problems to you, hasn't even indicated to you that this is a problem for her at all. You saw this situation happening. It frustrated you, and you started placing feelings inside of people and then acting upon them. You've meddled. You injecting yourself in your best friend's relationship because you think her partner is being a neglectful husband and father is a dumb and bold move. And I say bold because you take a risk. You don't know what's going to happen here. You take a risk that things could turn real south for your bestie here. If this is a troubling situation beyond what you even know about, you could have put them at risk. Like, you don't tread into that territory. You don't. Especially without talking to your bestie about it first, and especially only having that conversation after your bestie has confided in you that she is struggling with all these things and is frustrated by them and wishes they would change and has already talked to her husband and they've gone to therapy and they've done all the things. Like, the point at which you would get involved in having a conversation with your bestie's partner is so fucking far down the road that it's a speck, not even visible yet, because none of the prior prerequisites have happened yet. This isn't just dumb. This is dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Yeah. They do say that when you assume. I don't like it. I don't like it, brother. As Navy Thunder would say. I don't like it, brother. Also, we don't plan on showing her any Halloween costume that isn't like kid themed. She's already terrified by like all of the Halloween animatronics and stuff. I don't know where that idea came from. We have hit a goal here. Before we do that, I'm giving you Ask on 1, OP. Maybe that's going a little bit hard on this, but I think it was driven not by malice, but by ignorance, which means that you're on Bizzo watch too. It's not your relationship. It's not your partner. It's not your situation to be offended about. You're offended for your bestie. And then acting on those feelings in defense of her, but really in defense of yourself, because you're vicariously experiencing all these things. And it's dangerous that you had no hesitation in being like, yup, sent him a message, outlined my issues with him, told him he needs to do better. Didn't talk to my bestie about it at all. Didn't tell her what I was going to do. Didn't tell her after I had already did it. Just decided to. I don't know, feeling cute. Might destroy my bestie's marriage today. You the Ask on 1 Bizzo for me. And also, I'm going to throw a little bit of this in here as well. I'm throwing Delulu at you because the fact that you think this is okay. And even after your friend reached out and was like, what are you doing? We have a lot to talk about. You owe him an apology first. And you being like, I'm not doing that. Yeah. You've got some delusions of grandeur going on here. Jenny with the $10 super on the YouTube side says, could she be jealous? That's what it sounded like she wants the wife BFF. Maybe, or maybe, I mean, her bestie probably definitely views her in a much different way than her partner does, right? So the relationship that bestie has with her values her so much that she can't stand to see her treated in any kind of way. And that's understandable, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she's like projecting a whole situation in here. I don't know. But her meddling was unwarranted. It was unneeded. It was unwanted. And now, even after the fact that she sees that all of that, it was unwanted, isn't willing to even consider the fact that she might be wrong. It's dangerous. That's a dangerous person to have in your life. In my opinion. You all have hit the Boo the Ghost goal and unlocked a spicy story and Candy Thunder feedback here. So let's get rocking with some thanks here real quick. I gotta save on some gifters. We get the salsa. I don't know how to salsa dance. I'm sorry. Maybe I need to learn. In no particular order here. Actually, in particular order. Brittany, Mela Oso, Overkill Mill, E Mystic 35, Bailey Chapman, Sherry Sosa, A.K. Mary, Cat Lady of 6, Adventures with Pam, Jackie D, 1010, Anise Moon, 13, Tony Spark, Janice C, 2014, Gunnery. We've got Gina Tingley, Candy Thunder 1, Mama Silver, Smith, NE25, Candy CLKB, God's Blessed Wonder Woman, Amanda Starr, Julie Jules, Shauna HP, Just Rollin', or Just Trollin'. Lady Mags, Backstage, Blow Dryer, Becky Morby, Becky Musser, Mama Joe, and Elise Kutch. Thank you all so much for helping us get there and supporting what we do here. It really does make content creation possible. And the team that we have to support this content engine that we have running here is possible because of your support as well. Thank you guys so much. There's that trombone solo. All right, the next one is going to unlock a Best of Redditor update story and a Caden Thunder appearance. There we go. Finally found my place. We are doing what? I have to find this one. Oh, there it is. Okay. I have not seen this one before. It's a new goal. Too many. There we go. All right, we are going for baby ghosts. These are the 10 coin baby ghosts. Let me pin that goal real quick. And then we'll get into the spicy story with Candy Thunder feedback. David Meredith with the $5 super on the YouTube side. Thanks so much for the love. What? What did you just step back into? A huge rat in the barbecue?
On YouTube.
That's the most random thing I've ever heard.
Never seen a rat.
I've never seen a rat in a barbecue.
Never seen a rat. I've seen a rat.
Yeah, you have.
In the pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a dead rat.
Ugh. 8 away on the first YouTube goal. Heck yes. Okay, here we go. Spicy story time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one of these. Call the fire department. It's getting so spicy. Title of this story is Am I the Astronaut for Kicking My Mother Out of My Wedding After She Brought My Ex as Her +1?
No.
Oof. We'll do a poll. I don't know that it's necessary that we do this, but let's go through a poll here. Am I the astronaut for kicking my mother out of my wedding after she brought my ex as her +1? No, not the astronaut for that. Ratatouille rat. We we found one that stumbled into our pool and couldn't get out.
So it was quite bloated, as you can imagine.
I'm not going to go into specifics.
You already did.
No, that's not a specific, I promise.
You know what? An armadillo fell in our pool, but he got out.
Yes, an armadillo did find it. So it's smart little dudes, slow and lazy, but armadillo fell in and managed to find his way out. Fell in the steps.
I feel like at this point he's our pet.
He's our pet that destroys our yard. And he'll walk right up to us now, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Go somewhere else.
You won't take my food.
What did you try to give him a sandwich?
I tried to give him some veggies.
He likes grubs. He only wants to eat what he can find by destroying the yard.
C'est la vie, c'est Simon.
NTA takes the cake here. Let's dive in and find out. It's got to be right? This has to be an NTA. There's no way this is okay. I, male 30, started seeing June, female 29, about 3 years ago. My mother has never really liked June for a couple of reasons, mainly because she preferred July. Kidding, that line was not in there. I just felt like it was right. The main one being the fact that June didn't let my mom push her around. She kept firm boundaries, which I really admired, and she even helped me do the same. My mom hated this, calling June controlling and wishing I hadn't broken up with my previous girlfriend, Margot, who my mom loved. I was with Margot for 5 years, and it was horrible. Margot was very controlling and manipulative and always guilted me into things I wasn't comfortable with. But thanks to support from my friends and my sister, words are hard, but thanks to But thanks to support from friends and my sister, I was able to leave her. It was hard, but I had help and my life has improved since. My mom was very upset with this, but relationships don't last, so she eventually let it go until I started dating June about a year later. When June and I announced our engagement, my mom didn't freak out, which was weird considering my mom hates June. She was very calm, but I just took it as she was finally accepting this, so I didn't think much of it. Everything was fine and smooth up until the wedding. I gave both of my parents +1s to the wedding since they both remarried after I graduated college, so I'm not close to their spouses, but gave them the option of inviting them. We had a very small ceremony, just immediate family and a few close friends. After the ceremony, me and June went to take pictures and then met back with everyone we invited to the reception, which was pretty big. When we got there, my sister and June's best friend / maid of honor ran up to us in a panic. Before they even said anything, I spotted it. My mom was at a table with my dad, my dad's wife, and Margot.
Mom, the meatloaf!
I wanted to freak out, but June kept me calm. I walked over, pulled them both aside, and simply told them to leave. My mom tried to explain Margot and I are soulmates and June is just in the way of true love, but I wasn't hearing it. I didn't care. Just got my best friends to escort them out, and I returned to the party where luckily, after a few moments, I was able to relax and enjoy it. I really didn't think this would all turn into something huge, but me and June just got back from our honeymoon where we didn't have our phones, and seeing mine, I saw hundreds of texts from multiple family members. They all think I was an asshole for kicking my mom out of her only son's wedding. For the record, she was there for the ceremony, but apparently was really upset that she was kicked out from the reception. Here's a summary of my family's thoughts. Some think I could have just ignored Margot and didn't have to freak out. A few others, including my dad, think I should have just kicked Margot out and let my mom stay, but after the stunt my mom pulled, I didn't want her there either. I'm starting to second guess myself since everyone is really mad. June and my sister are on my side, but I fear that my dad may be right and I should have just let my mom stay and have Margot leave. So I've come to Reddit. Am I the astronaut? Hell no, you ain't. What do you think, Candy Thunder? Come on up and tell us what you think, Tater. We got the heat lamp on. We'll keep the tater warm, you know.
The tater.
The tater.
Am I the tater?
Heat lamp. Tater. I'm going to make you a baked tater.
Dude, so far from the asshole. Like, as far as they come.
You're so
Right.
far from the asshole, you're at the top of the head.
That's what I was going to say.
Hey! Great minds.
I think the mom must have twisted the story, because how could anybody be on the mom's side? You show up to your son's wedding trying to force some manipulative, controlling soulmate woman on him, and you're like, yeah, I should have a right to stay here at your wedding where you married somebody else. Like, how delusional? Ooh, button. How delusional can someone be? Like, to think that they have a seat at the table when they bring someone else to try to ruin a relationship.
It's ownership, I think. She still views her son as her property because she birthed him, right? She can do whatever the fuck she wants.
That's
It's
such
her
a
son.
gross mentality.
But yeah, she has to have manipulated the story that she told the family. And of course, controlling the narrative is the first thing that a narcissistic mother like this would do, right?
I think, misery loves company. So mom and Margot are just the best of friends because they're both just manipulative little shits. That's what I think. I think that they need some
Could you say manipulative little shits again?
manipulative little shits.
I just really like the way you say it.
They and someone said that they planned weddings and that they had so many stories where exes were brought or came to the wedding. I'm like, at this point, like, there's no reason for you to be here. Like, we've decided to spend our life with someone else.
But
So
they
let me
do-
show up and just show you what I'm missing.
I mean, but they do say, if anyone protests, speak now or forever
Forever.
hold your peace. Right. So
Peace.
I mean, there is that portion of a ceremony that is designated for shit to go down. And I guess,
Almost like elbowing her.
yeah, speak.
No, she would. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
So was Margot there for the ceremony or
I
just
don't
the
know.
reception?
It
It didn't really make that clear. So he
she-
didn't spot her during the ceremony, but I guess you wouldn't. You're standing up there
Right.
looking a different direction. You're not taking inventory of who's in the crowd. So let's say she was there for the ceremony. I'm surprised that she didn't stay. I'm at least surprised mom didn't stand up and be like, "Oh, I protest. Get this trailer trash off of the stage. I have a replacement bride ready."
You know what's funny to me is that OP is questioning himself, like what he did, which is completely reasonable, like a normal response to this abnormal situation. But he's questioning himself. So I just want to know how controlling his mom was. How manipulative was his mom if his mom clicked with Margot and then they're again trying to manipulate him together, because now he's questioning his normal response. So to me, it sounds like he's been conditioned to believe that he shouldn't do something, like he shouldn't stand up for himself. And so I think the mom, like seeing her son be empowered to make decisions that benefit him and lead him to lead his best life. She's like, no, honey, no, that's not how we do things. You listen to mommy and mommy will lead the way.
And that all ties back to the ownership/control thing, because she liked Margot because Margot was manipulative, but was willing to be manipulative on Team Mom. So Mom still had control of him.
God.
And then with June, she has no control. And that's what she doesn't like. It's not that she doesn't like who June is as a person. She doesn't like that she can't control him when he's with her.
As a parent, I'm like, when do you not need me? Like when my kids are grown. I'm like, when I'll be here, like you just tell me and I'm going to show up for you whenever you need me. That's what I told Ava. I'm like, when you have a baby, like you let me know what you need from me and I am there 150%. But I'm not going to meddle in her life, or I'm not going to meddle in Kieran's life and be like, hey. Like, why? I don't want that. I don't want to do that. I don't have that kind of time.
It's like haunting while you're still alive.
So, like,
you know what I mean? It's like
Mom, his mom needs a life. His mom needs a hobby. She needs something to occupy her time that is not meddling in her son's love life. He just got married. He's happy. Why?
Justina.
What?
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but Justina's comment, the speak now portion of the ceremony came because there was no record, so people had multiple marriages. So they allowed the person's other spouses a chance to speak up and be like, yes,
he's already taken.
This motherfucker's already married to me and Elizabeth.
Right.
Interesting.
She took his ex instead of her own husband.
So I still ask my mom cooking questions all the time, but that's not, like, again, like my mom's not meddling in my life. She doesn't need to. Like, that's just me calling her and annoying her. But I feel like she's not meddling and tell me who I need to be with or how I should live my life. Or maybe she is and I just don't listen. I don't know.
I don't think so.
No, she's like, oh, my kids are calling me again.
Well,
why won't they leave the nest?
I'm sure, we're at the parenting phase where we're actively involved.
Right.
And like our children can't fend for themselves completely yet. They're not ready to be independent. So we're their main vehicle for life.
Right.
Vehicle, pun intended. I think our parents are now at a phase where we are living independently, not just ourselves, but like we have families. And getting to see your kids get to a point where they're independent enough to survive, and then start their own family, I'm sure is a very interesting phase where you get to observe, but want to be a readily available asset whenever needed. Yes. But I'm sure it's walking a fine line the whole time and trying to figure out what.
There you go, Cheryl.
What's the balance of respect and involvement?
Yeah, she said true parents want their children to become happy, strong, independent adults. That's all we want. Decent human beings.
Yeah.
Who get to live the life that they want to live. That's our hopes. That's our dreams. But this mom is like, you only get to live the dream that I want to have for you. If not, I'm going to show up to your wedding with your ex and tell you that she's your soulmate. Oh. No, you are, OP, you are not the asshole. You are NTA, 150%. Your mom and your ex can fly here together on a special trip for just the two of them.
Yeah.
All expenses paid. Their own little honeymoon. To bitch town at ASCON 1. Sorry.
You could be each other's ASCON +1.
Why do people think that they get a say in who you, like the woman before from the previous story, like, it's not your business. Mind your own. Like, I'm sure you've got some business to mind. Go mind it. This is not your thing. This is not your place. Go sit down.
Sit down.
And then I'll come up here.
Be humble.
And comment on your life. That's my place.
Okay. The Ask on One Planet. Okay. Gotcha. Yep. Okay. That Ask on One Planet glitches up. Okay. I'm not going to pull it up right now. Noted. Or actually, I'm going to make a note of it. Let me grab my notepad real quick. I got to make a note.
Okay.
We got to get rid of that. We don't want to freeze up the stream. Ask on One Planet. Get rid of it. Sorry. I know it's cool, but if it glitches, it ain't worth it. Okay. Frankie J's mama says Candy Thunder has her laughing uncontrollably. Me too, most of the time. See, she's just freaking hilarious. Yep. It's just too much. It's too much for it to handle. We are at 1161 at 2K right now on the Baby Ghost, which again will unlock a Best of Redditor update story and a Caden Thunder appearance. We just finished our spicy story with spicy story feedback, right? So I'm ready to jump to 4. Is that correct, Tony Spark? Cool. Getting a wee little break going on here. Didn't glitch on the TikTok side. That's interesting. That's crazy. Because I'm streaming to YouTube directly from OBS. But OBS is also pushing into TikTok Live Studio. Tacos for dinner? Hey-oh, there you go. Oh, it did for you, Kayla. Well, damn. All right, here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty Thunder with another Reddit story for you. This one is, Am I the Astronaut? My wife leaves every party we attend super early and I'm fed up.
Did you write this?
I was going to say this, wait, me?
This about me?
No, this isn't about you. I was going to say this is Tony Sparks someday. This is Tony Sparks someday.
Like they've seen me.
100%. There we go. If I had started it already, I just restarted it. So I don't know. I screwed something up. The title of this again was, Am I the Astronaut? My wife leaves every party we attend super early and I'm fed up.
It's a party. You can leave if you want to.
Okay, we got 30 seconds left on that poll. In the meantime, Michelle, Jared, Super Coop Troop, Janice 2014, Missy Howe, Dark Angel, Jamie S, Jared, Allie May. Thank you all so much for the love. Developer Girl, see you there too. Mrs. Vistad, Allie May, Regina, Andrea Nichols, Allie May again there. Brittany dropping 100 of those baby ghosts. Tony Spark dropping some as well. Brooke, Elise, Angie, Erica Williams, Octarine, Dust Bunny, Amber, Oni, Baloney. Thank you so much for the love. Michelle dropping 145. And Lady Artemis Biracial Goddess received a gifted sub from the United States of America. Thank you so much. And welcome to the fam. Okay. NTA 1. Just barely. ESH was right behind it. And then ASCON 2 and 3 were kind of neck and neck right below that. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Here we go. Hey all, I was hoping Reddit could give me some insight. First, a bunch of context. 6 years ago, I moved to this city. My wife bought her house and moved up here first. When my contract at the time was up, I followed her out here. The city is 2 hours away. I've got no friends of my own up here. This year has been interesting. There were 3 weddings, all of which my wife has been in. This is in addition to a trip to Ireland and a trip to Italy. Finally, I went from drinking every day to only drinking when I've gotten an excuse to drink, like at a party. It's been a struggle, but I've managed to get my alcoholism wrangled. That word is hard. But I've managed to get my alcoholism wrangled down to social drinking. On to the issue. In Ireland, we paid to do a pub crawl. The guide was fun and funny, and the other guests were fun too. We left at 9 p.m. after being out for 2 hours. I wasn't even feeling a buzz yet. That crawl was supposed to go until 1 a.m. I was upset, but swallowed my feelings at the hotel bar instead. At her friend's wedding in Italy, we were the first to leave. I spoke to the rest of the guests the following morning to find out nearly everyone else stayed out until 3 a.m. At our own wedding 3 years ago, she retreated to the bridal suite after 2 hours and did not come out. This was at 7 p.m. When the last dance was called later that night, I had to convince her to come out and dance at my own wedding. Then there was this Saturday. While she's been out doing bachelorette parties, I've not been able to go out and be social all year. So I was especially excited about this party. She seems fine staying out when I'm not there. Ooh, that's an important note. She goes to bachelorette party and does stay out. When she's with you, she wants to go home early. The hosts included me in a group costume. I spent $100 on this costume, spent an hour on my makeup. As soon as the group photo was taken at 11 p.m., wife says it's time to go. Her best friend looked so hurt and confused. I doubt my wife even noticed. It feels like she was just waiting for that photo to be taken. The last guest to the party arrived 5 minutes before we left. TikTok Live just disconnected. And now it says reconnected. Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Is there anything syncing right now? Okay. All right. Are we back TikTok side? Okay, good. Weird. The last guest of the party arrived 5 minutes before we left. In the car on the way home, we had an argument. I never get to leave the house and be social. Her rebuttal was, well, I don't force you to sit alone. Go out with your friends. My reply was, what friends? The ones I left in hometown? You left the pub crawl early. You left Olivia's wedding early. If it wasn't for the optics, you probably would have left our own wedding early. Just for once, I'd like to not be the first people leaving a party. Look at my costume. It took me an hour to get ready, and this will take me an hour to get off my skin. Do you think I'm happy about leaving after 3 hours? I'm so desperate for social interaction, but I'm so torn. She's upset by what I said, and I can't help but feel that I'm in the wrong. I feel like a monkey's paw wish. You get the prettiest witch at the party, but you'll always be the first to leave. A monkey's paw wish?
I do not know. Have not heard of that before.
A monkey's paw wish. You get the prettiest witch at the party, but you'll always be the first to leave. Snorts probably. It's that anger, anxiety. It's like screwing up all the tech. It's bringing forth the tech gremlins now. Okay, so the question initially was, am I the astronaut? My wife leaves every party we attend super early and I'm fed up. So I'm torn on this as well because first, the whole she's fine staying out late with her friends but never wants to stay out late while I'm here or while I'm with her, that's concerning. Maybe she struggles to have fun with you. Okay.
She wants to leave before he gets going.
She wants to leave before he gets hammered and embarrasses both of them. And she knows one way to keep it under control, prevent that from happening, is just going home early. Okay. So the way that he presented this kept these two topics separate. And it was pretty clear now why that was done. But it did trick me into taking in two different chunks of information and not connecting the dots in it until afterward, until somebody else said it, until Candy Thunder and Tony Sparks said it. They were like, no, it's not that she doesn't have fun with him. She's trying to get home before he gets pissed drunk. Oh, yeah, he did in the very beginning be like, oh, by the way, working on my alcoholism. And then, like, why can't she have fun with me? Aside from that, which is an obvious issue that he has to connect the dots on, or she may have to communicate to him and make very clear why she's doing this for him to understand, because he's taking it personally right now. Like she just doesn't want to have fun with him, or maybe he knows and he's just in denial about it. No matter what, even if that wasn't an issue in this scenario, I would say you cannot put the weight of your happiness on your partner. You cannot. The brunt of your happiness, you are on the hook for. Your partner is not. It's not their duty to fulfill your happiness. It's a bonus if they do, but they have to worry about themselves as well. And when you put the weight of all your happiness on your partner, it becomes a very dangerous game. It is not fair to them for you to do that. So in this case, even if the alcohol wasn't an issue at all, I would say, look, it's on you to make new friends. And I know that's easy to say, right? But it sounds like she did, and she can't make them for you except connect dots through people she knows. So it's on you to start growing connections there, and you can't punish your partner for it. But since alcohol is part of the issue, you got to understand, But if he's in denial about this, what's going to connect those dots? Magic drop. That's right. This is where she already lived. I still think it's on you. Tell him why, be honest, or you sentence your marriage to turmoil. And maybe she has, and maybe this is part of the denial part of it. But if she hasn't, I think she's got to make that perfectly clear. At some point, he's got to communicate that his feelings are hurt here, and that's the perfect opportunity for her to say, don't you realize why I'm doing this? Don't you? Don't you? Either of you want to jump in on this one? Yeah. Sure. Ladies and gents, we get her once again. The Candy Thunder.
I will say that my response is going to be based on the fact that I was in a relationship with someone who was an alcoholic. And he's recovered now. He's healthy. But I think he will tell you that there is no, like, he completely abstains from alcohol. There is no alcohol in his life. Because he knows that there's, like, it's so easy to fall back into it. So I don't understand if you have a problem with alcohol, if you consider yourself to be an alcoholic, why social drinking is accepted. I mean, it's a lifelong thing, like, it never goes away. It alters your brain. So I, in my opinion, this woman has trauma from him being an alcoholic, and this is conjecture, but she's wanting, like, I've been embarrassed. I've been, like, trying to hide it. I've done things to hide it and to not accept it and to feel like it's not a problem, but it was always a problem. And so I think socially, like, if you have a problem with alcohol, you can't be a social drinker. But I also feel like the wife sucks too, because if you're going to choose to be with somebody who's recovering and who has this thing, you need to communicate with that person on why you're leaving early or why you don't want to be there. And maybe she did, and he's not including that. And he's just painting it as this is what's happening, not the part where they communicated. But I mean, you can't say I have a problem with alcoholism, but now I'm better. I'm just a social drinker. Like, those two things can't exist. So I think when he goes out and he's probably drinking too much or getting too far gone, and she doesn't want to deal with it. But I also don't understand the leaving her own wedding thing. Like, that's also very weird, which is why I think it's an ESH, because I think, I don't know, why would you marry someone if you're not going to understand that they have this issue? And that issue is going to take constant work every day for the rest of their lives. But why leave your wedding after 2 hours at the reception and go to bed at 7 p.m.?
There's another part, or it could be another layer to this. Actually, there can't be, because she stays out late with her friends. Sans that, if that wasn't an issue, and maybe it isn't, maybe just says it is, I would say that she may have a very limited social battery. You know what I mean? It may be that she gets social exhaustion really quickly, which happens to a lot of people. And 2 and 3 hours doesn't sound like a lot to a guy who likes to stay out all night and party. But for somebody who has, like, social anxiety, that's a huge amount of time.
Right.
So if she had
It's also a huge amount of time if you're having to babysit someone and you're worried that they're going to get too drunk. That's a lot of time. And so at the
in DD time, that is a lot of time.
And somebody did say, he said he was drinking for 3 hours and wasn't even buzzed. If you're drinking for 3 hours, like drinking for 3 hours, and you're not buzzed, like, I feel like that's I don't know, Tony, you can tell us better, but we aren't really drinking. I don't mean that as in, like, an alcohol thing. I mean, I mean, like, he drinks more than we do.
I could just see the Wilson kind of view here, and it was this.
I don't mean that. I just, yeah, and like I said, I could not drink for 3 hours. I'd be face down. Like,
we'd be at home passed out watching a show.
But I don't know. Like, I've been on the other part of this, and it is a heavy place to be in. So maybe, but again, you can't marry someone knowing that they have this problem and then treat them like shit. Like, they have to find some way to work this out, or else this marriage is
Yeah.
just doomed.
Yep.
Here they are. Right, Benadryl makes me feel loopy. So I don't know. No, I didn't mean that as Tony just drinks more than we do, so I feel like he could weigh in on the 3-hour thing.
Yeah.
Not because Tony has a drinking problem.
Buzz going after
What?
3 hours.
You have a
You don't
buzz.
have a buzz going after 3 hours.
You have a problem.
That's interesting.
Okay,
Or
there
you're
you go.
or you're playing pace car
There you
because
go.
you expect it to be
Call
a long
Ted.
night.
I mean, I think the
Call the expert.
Call Ted.
I agree with the everyone sex because I don't think she's communicating. She needs to communicate with him what the problem is because if she's out with her friends, she probably can.
Hold up.
because he's not-
Hey, you got a microphone over there. All right. Tony Spark is jumping
Well,
in.
first off, after 3 hours, yeah, I
Whoa.
agree with that. You should have a.
Oh, it just went really fast. Also, to see Tony, I have to stand on my tippy toes.
Anyway, but I mean, I kind of agree a little bit with the everyone sucks here because she's not communicating with him at what the real problem is because she's just wanting to leave early and not saying why she wants to leave early. And like you said, he's feeling hurt because he thinks that she just doesn't want to spend time with him and doesn't want to be out and be social. But when she goes out with her friends, she can be social, but also she doesn't have to worry about him doing something to embarrass her or embarrass them.
True, yeah.
So that's why she can be out. And maybe that's why that's the escape for her of getting to have fun. Because when they go to these social functions together, she can't have that fun because she's always like on guard of
babysitter.
what's going to happen. She's
Yeah.
babysitting. She knows that there's a ticking, like there's a countdown of when they have to go.
Right.
Because she can probably see him start to drink more
Yeah.
and more and more and be like,
She's
"We
like,
gotta
we're
go."
at phase 3. I only got 15 minutes, y'all.
No.
We're at phase 3.
Someone said 3 hours. Just curious, have you ever drank with people in the military? No. My parents were in. I mean, my dad was in the military, but my parents weren't big drinkers either, so it wasn't a thing for us. But Tony might have.
What's going on with Taco Bell?
Elise said, if I want to go home, I say I'm going home. Call me if you need a ride. Then show back up in my PJs to get them and go get Taco Bell. That's
Oh,
me.
there you go.
Oh, now I get it, Angel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The 21
Lee
year-
said that with the $5 soup, but thank you so much.
The-
Michelle dropped 288 baby ghosts. Hey, yo.
Yeah, I could never drink. Like, I could never go hard. Like, I was just like, I was never a drinker. Because I was always hungover. I would just get hungover, and then I'm like, this is just not worth it. And I would do all the stuff and the water and.
Oh, I think we all had our Jose Cuervo summer.
I do love a good margarita. A good spicy margarita.
Oh, you mixed it with things? I mean, a Jose Cuervo summer.
Yeah. So, no, I didn't.
You have to go an entire summer where your only two friends are Jose Cuervo and a lime.
That's all right.
Ugh. Ugh, can't even
Hardest I
smell
go
it
is
now.
a Mountain Dew.
Can't even
Yeah.
smell it. Smoots, rookie.
We can't hang.
We can't hang.
We're old and we can't hang.
Oh, whatever. Hey, we're at 1780 at 2K right now on the Baby Ghost Candy Thunder, ladies and gents. And Tony Spark, Thunderbolts up for them. We are going to do one more story here. We may unlock this at the end and carry it over.
Hold on.
Oh, I'm getting an audible.
No, I just gotta look at the other story. I put so many stories on here.
Gold what? Oh, yeah. That's not what I thought you said.
Oh my gosh, they're all three so good.
Oh, choose one, Tony.
Choose it.
Pick or cow. Pick or cow. Pick or cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, was not one of the options.
Okay, hold on. Do you want? Here's your options. You want a mother-in-law? A mother-in-law story? Do you want a messy breakup story
Mother-in-law story, messy breakup story,
or a crazy suspicious spouse?
or crazy suspicious spouse. So wait, say those again.
So the mother-in-law story,
Mother-in-law story,
a messy breakup,
messy breakup story, or crazy suspicious
She says messy
spouse.
breakup.
Suspicious spouse. Okay, third one,
So let's go with number 6.
number 6. All right. Okay, here we go. Messy breakup.
Chosen by Caden Thunder.
Is this the one we're doing? Messy breakup? Is that what this one is? Number 6. Okay. Okay, here we go. This one was hand chosen for today's stream by Caden Thunder. And now he's leaving.
Here, hop over and say
Come say hello before we dive into our final story here. Messy breakup. Ladies and gents, the Caden Thunder. Hello.
that's a sick
Yeah. Hey, Posty. Post Malone. You remember this guy? Remember this hat?
Yeah, me and Post Malone are tight. We're homies. He liked my hat. He told me so.
At a show in Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh, gosh.
you missed it. Dusty Thunder shrank, and now he's me.
Shrank and cloned.
Yeah,
There's two of us standing here.
exactly.
Dusty Light.
Dusty Light. Diet Dusty. I like Diet Coke. Anyways,
All right, I know you got to go, bud. Ladies and gents, Kane
Adios.
Thunder, the chooser of today's messy breakup story, our final story for the stream here. Love you, dude.
Love you too.
All right, here we go. Hey there, it's Dusty again with another Reddit story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for being disgusted and just saying okay when my fiance broke up with me? All right, we'll do the poll for this one. That's not the right button. Poll starting now. 1 minute. Am I the astronaut for being disgusted and just saying okay when my fiance broke up with me? I'm going NTA on this. I mean, it sounds like essentially, am I the astronaut for having like a stunned reaction to being dumped by my fiance? I'm going NTA. Probably going to be nothing near that, and I'm going to be totally wrong. So don't listen to me. Trust no one, including me. What? I don't know what just happened. There are these two TikTok accounts. I don't remember hardly anything about them except for the gal has these wildly like bulging out eyes, but they're like surprised, but like the way she makes this intentional face and like pushes them out in like this kind of way, but eyes get like huge. In the majority of the videos are just like trading looks with someone else who's doing similar looks back, like. But Candy Thunder and I just had one of those moments while the poll was going on here. I'm sorry. That was probably made no sense to anyone here. NTA took the cake on this one by a landslide, which makes me nervous. So, I don't know, man. I, 28, had been with my fiance, Alex, 34, since 2020. We met at a friend's party, hit it off, and had been together ever since. He finished his doctorate in economics just last year. Since then, he has been working at the uni. I have my master's in media sciences and decided to start working instead of going for a PhD. Okay, so the problem is that Alex broke up with me last Monday. It was literally so surreal and honestly just weird. For the past few months, he's been acting strange. He was making demands and then dropping them immediately. Few examples. He told me we were going to paint our walls back from dark green to white. When I asked why, he just said, "For fuck's sake, forget it," and never brought it up again, even when I asked. Another time he came home and got mad because I was sitting on the couch with my head covered in a blanket. I had cramps. He was upset because I was just sitting there watching Netflix. Mind you, the house was spotless. When I tried to talk about it, he said, "Forget it, it's not a big deal." This kind of became common. Every time I tried to communicate, tried to figure out what was going on, whether it was something I did or maybe he was just stressed at work, he would just say everything was fine. But he was clearly seething with rage. I didn't even have to do anything. He would find something to complain about: the apartment, clothes, me, work, etc. So I gave him space, which apparently was also wrong. I told him I was going to help my parents with repairs for a few days, and somehow that was also wrong because he wanted to renovate the apartment too. Then on Monday, I got a text saying that we needed to talk. I knew what was coming, and after the last few months, I had made peace with it. When I came home, he was sitting on the couch. He didn't even wait for me to take off my jacket before saying, "I want to break up." Then the verbal diarrhea started. He told me he resented me, first because I didn't pursue my academic career further, even though I was capable, and he didn't want to upset me at the time. Then when I started making more money, since he didn't make much as a PhD student, he felt like I should have the last word financially, and he hated it. Mind you, I never said anything like it's my money, so I have the final say. That's a rule he imposed upon himself, and he hated it. He said he hated our paint scheme, the couch, and even our fucking crock pot. Then he told me he had rejected a better PhD program to stay here because I had already started my job by the time he got the acceptance letters. Only he never told me he had even applied overseas. He said a few months ago he checked in with a friend who's in that program, saw how they were thriving, and decided that I ruined his life. He said I had too much control over his life, that he hated the idea that I could just decide not to pay for things and fuck him over. I honestly don't even know what that means. He also said that he hated that all of his friends loved me and didn't let him vent about me. Then he said again, I'm done. I was floored. I had already made peace with the idea that we were just ending, and it hurt, but after that rant, I was just disgusted. I looked at him, probably with a disgusted expression, and said, okay. He lost it. He said this is exactly what he meant, that it was all horrible. We had been together for 4 years, and all I had to say was okay to our breakup. I just asked if he wanted to stay there while he figured out where to go. He said, typical, of course you're holding the apartment over me, and started ranting again, so I just left. I told my parents, and they're also confused. My dad suggested that I reach out to our landlord and explain the situation to see what options I have. I can keep paying the rent, no problem myself. He covered the utilities and some subscriptions. Just to reiterate, I never had a problem with this. I saw that he was chasing his dream, and that was more important to me than a 50-50 financial split. I make good money, and I am happy with my job. I never saw it as slaving away. I always had the mentality that my mother was our money because we were building a life together. Sorry, mother. I always had the mentality that my money was our money because we were building a life together. Of course, I had my own savings and fund money, but I honestly never cared. As long as I felt that he was working towards something and wasn't taking advantage of me, I was fine with it, more than fine. Alex is still mad. He's going between texting me like a robot about the logistics of the split to being a seething asshole complaining about everything. I'm not even hurt anymore. I just feel nauseated by him at this point. I don't know. Should I have reacted differently? Quick break. There is an edit. What do you think so far? Smoot says he's already having some sort of affair, even if it's just an emotional one. I think he's disgusted with himself. He's disgusted with himself because he's relying on someone else to survive. And the fact his whole, I hate that you could just decide not to pay for something and screw me over is he's seeing financial abuse where there is none. He's seeing the potential for financial abuse as a sign of weakness in himself. He is disgusted with himself for being second best to a woman, and he can't fucking handle it. He can't handle not being the better in a relationship. My boy, you are not ready for a relationship. So good for you. You're not ready for a relationship because you can't be the man, the head honcho, the one who makes the rules. Shit. Because she made more money, you felt like you couldn't have the financial say and you hated that. And because of an opportunity that you turned down, you chose to turn down that your partner didn't even know about, you decided that she ruined your life because of an action that you took. I mean, you all but spelled it out for us. Every action you have taken, you have regretted, but blamed her for. You got a whole lot of you problems, man. And I would suggest focusing 100% on your studies moving forward for the foreseeable future because a relationship is not where you need to be. It is unhealthy for you and for your partner. Here's the edit. Thank you for all of your opinions. It was nice to get this off my chest, LOL. Just to clarify, though, I don't feel like a victim. I feel like something happened and my relationship just turned bad. He behaved like an asshole, but that is the extent of it. Very clearly, something is going on, but he doesn't want me to be a part of whatever it is, and I have to respect that. Now I just have to detangle myself legally from him, and after that, I'll just be left alone with my ugly green wall color. I think I might also adapt a cat, as my ex was really allergic. And for those of you thinking it, he could absolutely be cheating, and that could be fueling this as well. But if he's cheating, I think he's cheating because he needed to feel superior to someone. So he found someone else that he could be superior to. And just use that as fuel to end things. Adapt? Did I say adapt? I'm sorry. Where's your heart? I think I might also adopt a cat as my ex was really allergic. And for that one, Adapt a cat. That's how they do it in Wisconsin, right? You can adapt a cat. Or maybe that's Baston. Is that Baston? I don't know. I'm glad you guys knew what I meant. Appreciate that.
Misogynistic prick.
Yeah, hey, actually, Candy Thunder, I'd love to have you come up and talk about this because when you're here, I just love to have your feedback. So let's bring you up while we're talking about that. We did unlock this. We did unlock something here. We unlocked a Best of Redder update story and a Caden Thunder appearance, which we'll have to start the next stream with because he's obviously left already, and we're past our closing time here. I'll thank our gifters for that after we get some Candy Thunder feedback here. How about that? How about them apples? Do you like apples? How about them apples? What do you think?
No, I think you said it all perfectly. The only thing I want to say is grow the fuck up, you misogynistic prick. Because how fucking dare you blame your life on somebody else when you are the one that makes your choices? Like, to me, this is just, I'm supposed to be the man. I'm supposed to earn the money. I'm supposed to pay for everything. I'm supposed to control everything. Says fucking who? Like, says who? Because he's blaming every choice he made on his fiance. Like, blaming it all. Like, he's supposed to... What? Like, what? Make your choices and live your life. Like, instead of blaming somebody else, like, control the voice inside your head.
I don't even know that. So I don't even know that he like truly blames her. He does on the surface level
Oh,
here.
100%.
I think he knows at some level what's happening here. You know what's the funniest fucking part of all of this? He's so upset because at his core with everything that's happening right now and how he feels positionally in this relationship, he feels like the woman.
So there should be no, like...
No, but to him, he feels that he is in the woman's role right now, and that just makes him detest himself even more because he...
Yeah, because you're listening to what society tells you should be. That, like...
He probably translates this internally too as he feels like her bitch right now. And that's why he can't do it. He can't handle that. And OP, I would say
that your insecurities have ruined your fucking relationship. If that's how he really feels, his insecurities ran rampant and just fucking tanked this whole thing because you didn't make as much money, because you chose to do something else instead of stick with what you had originally, like he had originally planned to do. And that's all her fault. This grown ass man, you're 34 years old, dude, by the way, 30 fucking 4. Grow the fuck up. But it's not her problem.
no.
It's his problem.
So his paths forward are probably find someone who he can more easily identify as easily controlled and made as a subordinate, or to not get into a relationship, which is the thing he should do, and focus on his studies and work on himself to try to get to a healthier place. But I think this is just he's gonna have a different target next time.
This guy, I feel like if this was reversed and he was the main earner, like, would have held this over her head all day, every fucking day, and she would have just had to deal with it. She probably wouldn't have stayed, but she seems like she's got, like, she can see the shit. So she was like, okay, then I guess we're broken up.
And you know what? That's probably what triggered like his whole thoughts of her having the final say financially. It's because he probably had this thought where he was like, I'm going to fucking say that we have to fucking do this, and that's just it because I'm the man. But wait, she makes more money than me.
Oh, I hate this.
Hey, Alex, when you figure out that relationships aren't about control, then you'll be ready for a relationship. But you are not ready for a relationship. You spent 4 years in frustration, and now you're in resentment, and now you think that this person just ruined your fucking life. Well, guess what? Relationships aren't about control. You're in control of your life, not your partner. Your partner adds to your life. Your partner fills up your cup. Your partner is supposed to be there to enjoy the happiness with you. But instead, you just made everything their fault. So when you're done with your temper tantrum that you're throwing here, move the fuck on, grow up, become a decent human being, and then try again. But I don't think you're capable.
No.
I don't think people like this are capable of, and it's men and women. It's not just men that act like this. There's women that act like this too.
He's got a much better chance of becoming a doctor than he does becoming a decent
human being. Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't you want him as your, oh no, I guess he's getting PhDs. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm sure he has
Oh
a
God,
PhD.
the Phoebe joke.
Yeah,
the
I'm sure
Phoebe
he's got a
just popped into
PhD.
mind.
I'm sure of it. Yeah, that's Stephanie said he wanted to see her break.
Yeah.
And
Didn't get to.
like,
It's so frustrating.
I'm so happy that she didn't. I'm so happy that she was just like, yeah, okay, sounds good.
He wanted her to have a big meltdown.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
wanted her to be, yeah.
So he had no control, and he's like, "It's just fucking typical."
He wanted her to leave it.
Now you're gonna use the apartment against me too.
PhD, pretty hard degree.
Yeah, pretty hard degree.
We're all hearing Phoebe.
Pretty huge douchebag.
Isn't it crazy that he thought that she was emasculating him, but he didn't realize that it was his own insecurities and his own thoughts that created this entire narrative, and he ruined an entire relationship based on what he believed, like based on what he thought, instead of having a fucking conversation with somebody, instead of communicating his insecurities. He thought that was his reality. That's what he believed was actually happening.
His emasculation came from math. You know what I mean?
Because she made more money?
It was the simple math of her being in a position of numerical control where he was a subordinate, and thus
Right.
her bitch.
Right.
What the hell?
Will
All
you
right.
Can you be my bitch?
I'll always be your bitch, baby.
My bitch baby.
I'll be your bitch, baby. And bitch biscuit.
My bitch biscuit.
I'll be your bitch biscuit. I'll be your huckleberry and your bitch biscuit. All right. He was depending on his announcement to hurt her. Yeah, finally, like one last jab. Like, oh, yeah. I got to give some thanks here for the baby ghost goal that we just met at the close here, which will carry over into the next stream that we do with the best of Reddit or update story and Caden Thunder feedback. Well, thank you all so much for contributing to that and helping us get there. Mela Oso, A.K. Mary, Brittany Hoorn, Lorelei, Laura Litzel, Adventures with Pam, Kai, Janice C, 2014, Mama Silver, Melanie J, 96. We've got Braddy Snow Owl. Un momento. Sorry, I had to get a drink. Is it? God's Blessed Wonder Woman, Mongal, Tony Spark, Jezebel, 87, Sharon loves to read, The Giant Cat Lady, Erica Williams, Melissa McCaskill, Elise Kutch, Love My Family 312, Jane Liz, Fornatas, Piper Netta, Becky Musser, Audra Yu, or Audraru. How am I screwing every name that I've read 1,000 times? I'm like, you know what? Words are hard. Just Another Someone 7, Becky Morby, Violet Green, Yvette B01, Shannon Aaron, Nikki 33, Candy Hart 95, Sunny Joe 444, Candy CLKB, Super Coop Troop, Chessie Mom 7, Ada Pack, Dana 9480, Jamie S 9271, Missy Howe, Karen Jordan 03, and Jessie's 660. Thank you all so much for all the love and all of you for being here for the stream today. You know what? I got rid of the music. I didn't mean to do that. Now we'll go back to that. Get jazzy on it with the Trash Panda. Hell yeah. Thanks so much. Badass Brady, Rhonda Conway, Julie, Rhonda again, Aaron Bray, Bella, Lori T. Get jazzy on it, Mama Bear, Ashley A. Dizzy Cat 28 just became a 1 month sub. Heck yes. Welcome to the Gosh Heckett fam. Darkwing Dax subscribed as well. Welcome to the Gosh Heckett fam. Shan loves to read. Tia Anderson Davis, Adrienne, Shan loves to read. You guys are awesome. Thanks so much for the love. Thank you for being here. It's been a hell of a good time. We'll see you in VIP here shortly. 10 to 15 minutes. We'll be starting off on both TikTok and YouTube side. Hey, you guys hit 97% on that shares goal. Are you wanting me to vamp? Are you wanting to get there? 98. They're gonna hit that shares goal, Tony. They're gonna hit it. 99. It's climbing. It's climbing.
What the likes goal?
Hey, shares goal is hit. Like score at 79%. You can only do one thing at a time, right? Nice work, everybody. 103, still going. Heck yes. Tell us about adapting cats. Well, It's a patented procedure. I don't want to give away too much, before we have everything locked down and FDA approved and everything. Adapting cats. Can't give away too many trade secrets on it, You guys got there. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today. You're amazing. It's always a blast. Always fun to hang out with you. We'll see you in VIP here shortly. Don't forget, hey, next week. Oh, I have outro notes. Don't forget, next Wednesday is going to be the Halloween live stream. I think everybody who watches should be dressed up too. Wear your Halloween costumes for the Halloween live stream. Post those pictures and tag us in it, or use the hashtag Dusty Thunder, Halloween live stream, something. We want to see your Halloween stuff next week. Don't forget, we are doing Wheel of Thunder here in VIP here shortly, and we'll see you all soon.
Tomorrow night, YouTube.
Tomorrow night, YouTube members. We have a member exclusive live tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Central. We'll be doing some fun, longer, spicier stories there. YouTube members. I need to schedule that on the calendar too. I'll schedule it so that way you'll see it ahead of time too. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll see you on VIP here shortly.